Okay.
Okay, so for my campaign, I promoted the Green Cafe. The Green Cafe is a small local business located in a busy area of the Denham Green. It is located only a couple of 100 metres away from Denham Green Station, which links clearly through Marylebone, which means it's in a good location for visitors. It is also located in a row of shops which includes hairdressers, grocery shops and other food restaurants, which means there's competition. It's run by a family and friends. The workload and shifts are shared out equally to keep productivity at a high level, especially on busy mornings and evenings. They had no form of advertisement when I went over to talk to them. However, they do have viral marketing, which a lot of the local area talk about them. For social media, I had a variety of social media channels that I could have used, for example, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. With over 38 million users in the UK using Instagram, using social media actively, I had the potential to reach out to a large audience. However, to advertise to the local areas such as Denham, Ivor, Chalfont, Slough, I decided to use Facebook, Instagram and WordPress to just seclude myself to a certain area, especially Facebook. With these three sites, I could promote companies for a variety of posts, so videos, just photo posts and text. The business objectives or KPIs set by the clients was to reach 10 to 20 followers across each social media channel, which were Facebook, Instagram and WordPress. However, with those targets not being a huge challenge, I decided to set my own KPIs for just WordPress, where I wanted to try and get about 25 visitors and 50 views across my website. Schedule, here it's a basic example of what my schedule looks like. It would help me follow the course of the campaign, mainly consisted of what channels I would use and what posts I would do on each day. To start off with, me and the client agreed that I would go an introductory post from WordPress, Instagram and Facebook to see what they would expect from us and where we are, where we're located. I then suggested this schedule where Facebook would be posted daily, Instagram every 2 days, and WordPress every 5 days for a recipe. This overall gave us good engagement with the audience, where I succeeded with comments. So next slide is the introduction of my website. Along the top you can see very scarcely there's Facebook, Instagram and WordPress logos. Facebook and Instagram would lead me to my social media channels. The other four would lead me to other related WordPress sites where I get engaged with audiences. At the bottom you have a clear image which is just a default. However, when you scroll down you are introduced with a range of options where you can see recipes of things like Spanish omelettes, breakfasts and other meals. So next is legal and ethical restrictions. When campaigning, many companies are faced with legal and ethical restrictions. These can include copyright law and many others. Businesses have to follow these laws, otherwise they can face heavy fines, or if it gets into media, they can damage the brand reputation. Ethics, on the other hand, is basically the moral principles of what to do right and wrong, and it also can be known as standard behaviour. So an example of legal restrictions is the Data Protection Act. Here you must not give away any data as permitted, and if you do, it can result in heavy fines by the government or other people, and focus groups can go on you. An example of an ethical restriction would be knowing your audience. This ethical restriction will help you to refine your target audience and also facilitate in developing anti-spam mechanisms. In addition, it will also allow you to segment the audience and send over relevant messages that will drive engagement, the ultimate goal. So these are the statistics for my first 2 weeks. I gained a total of 5 page views, 5 reach, and post engagements. These stats allowed me to see that the statistics were strong to begin with, and that I was clearly engaging with the local audience. To begin with those first 2 weeks, I was not engaging with the audience enough. So after these 2 weeks, I met with the client to see what I could improve. So after that, we then decided to try and join local group chats on Facebook, such as Denim Community and Ivor Community. After this, the whole campaign, after joining Facebook groups and everything, we managed to reach up a total of 110 users across 10 different countries. Although we did not want to engage other countries, we did get a total of 110 from the UK, especially in places such as London, Slough, Ivor, Denham, Stoke Poges. So this helped us to know that we were engaging with local areas that would actually be interested in visiting the cafe, not to other countries like Greece, Hungary, and even Australia. Analysis of Instagram. So the top left post was my most successful. I used a range of hashtags using the website Hashtagify. So I used hashtags such as healthy and family, #family. These were used by millions of people daily, and this got me a total of 17 likes, reaching 18 people, and 2 page follows after posting. The next post, was the most successful with 11 likes, 33 impressions, and 2 page follows. Whilst they were making this, we decided to do a close-up image, so it made a great shot of it being in motion, and it gave me good feedback on Facebook, especially when I shared it across. So these are the screenshots on my phone where I made a professional account. So altogether from just those 2 posts I did, I got 15 profile views, 47 reach, and 79 impressions. WordPress. So here I've segmented it into 2 sections where it shows the first 2 weeks and last 2 weeks. On the first 2 weeks of this, which spanned from the 28th to about the 10th, I was not very successful. I only reached 1 user from Ireland. This user came from Facebook, however, meaning that I was engaging someone somewhere. However, from the last 2 weeks, when I became a lot more active on WordPress, I was posting my website links and everything. And altogether in the end, this was screenshotted on about the 23rd. So I got 148 visitors and 301 views, and 176 Facebook referrals. So this is the marketing funnel that I created. So for awareness, I could measure in page likes, follows, engagements. Instagram, similar likes and follows. WordPress again, views, visitors and likes. The first stage being awareness. My increasing awareness to the Green Cafe was my main goal. For this campaign, I should achieve at least 50 group views across the 3 social media channels. By reaching over 300, this means I raised awareness to a good standard within the month I was allowed. The second part being repeat visibility and engagement. Here I wanted to try and gain, be in constant engagement with users across the local area. So by posting on group chats such as Denim Community, I was allowed to do that. I got several comments, and especially the improvement in social on Facebook where they asked for a map to be included on my website. That was posted on that day. Lastly, sales. Although I do not have a percentage of evidence that said I've got 2.1% increase, with constant communication to the owners and staff, they have noticed that there have been several new visitors coming around and purchasing again, meaning that I have gained new loyal customers. So, comparison to original targets. So, altogether, I met almost all targets except not getting 10 followers on Facebook. I gained about 7 followers on Facebook, but reached over 110. So this means that I need to improve through maybe trying to implement, say, loyalty cards or other schemes into the company. Feedback from the client. So there's a quote that they wrote up to me through email. It basically says that I am pleased with the progression I have seen from the social media sites to reach over 300 views on one site is amazing, and I hope we will see more and more regulars arrive. We shall implement a loyalty card scheme within our business to keep customers with us, to increase repeat purchases and keep brand recognition at high around the local area. Measurable outcomes. Sales. The month of January saw a regular slow start. However, towards the end of the company, where I've begun to post a lot more and engage with the audience, we've begun to saw a few more visitors. Next, customer loyalty. Again, as I became a lot more engaged, they started repeating purchases, and especially a few early birds who came in and purchased. So lastly, improvements for the future. The client has asked me to continue advertising for the company, which I feel is good, as I think I can give them something. So I can improve new methods of promotion, possibly expand into other social media channels. Some improvements that I did suggest, and that have been agreed so far, is loyalty offer, so loyalty schemes for coffees or things like that. By professional domain. Just by using a basic WordPress account, it's not very easy to memorise. So, for example, being www.greencafe.wordpress.com, so it's not easy. Then expand channels to Twitter and other popular sites. So this would expand me to a much wider variety of audiences. So that's it. Any questions?
That's really good. You mentioned a couple of recommendations, which is really good. How could you actually improve currently with Instagram? So I noticed it looked quite successful, but there are only 2 posts. How often did you
across there was about 7 posts. Those were screenshots before I uploaded the latest ones. So they were just a view of how I could increase visibility.
So with the Instagram posts, was it a similar response?
Yeah, very similar. I think I got to a top total of about 60 reach, or wasn't too much.
Excellent. Were there particular hashtags you continued to use?
Yes, especially no sugar, healthy, family, friends, things like that. Meals, snack, breakfast, lunch, dinner. They all got engaged and used. Any other questions?
The loyalty card scheme, that was your idea?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I was about to comment on that. I think that's really good because you're focusing on the local area. I think that's really good because of the nature of the business.
Yeah.
I think the only thing maybe to consider, because you're working with them in future, is just justifying which social media and why, which channels using and why. Just have a real focus on that and think about why you'd use those. Because you don't need to be on all of them. You just need to be on the ones that are relevant.
You did have that massive list of.
Yes.
Did you say why specifically you'd use Facebook?
I don't think I might skip that out, but Facebook was my source of main referrals, where I could, because group chats was an option, so I could talk to a lot of the local community as I joined the Denham community, Uxbridge businesses community, and a lot of things like that. So I was able to engage.
I think you said that after the 2-week review, Facebook wasn't as successful as you thought, and that's why you started using the Facebook groups, and you saw a massive increase.
And Instagram just allowed me to post image-related posts to engage the younger generation more than the older. So that's mainly why. And then WordPress was just my more recipe-based and website. So.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Well done.